There are a couple things that you need to watch out for when you're picking out a pumpkin. Some of the things that you don't want is any kind of roughness on the pumpkin, scarring that might occur on the pumpkin. In some cases, that might be a sign that your pumpkin's not going to last as long for you when you use them in your arrangements or when you paint them. I also like to avoid what I call pale or yellow colored pumpkins. My experience, and I've grown as many as 65 different types of pumpkins and gourds, that the paler the pumpkin, the less the ability it has to stay in your arrangements. What you sometimes find with those pumpkins is something like this, where when you turn the pumpkin on its back side, it's soft and you can push your finger through. You really want to avoid that. And the other thing that you need to avoid, depending on where you live, there is a mouse-like rodent called a pine vole. And these on some of the pumpkins that we grew ourselves are the signs that the pine vole was feeding on parts of the pumpkin. So when you take this pumpkin and try to store it, it's just not going to last for you. What you really want to look for is a chestnut-colored, dark-colored, a hard-skinned, something like this. And what some growers do when they're growing the pumpkins for you is they turn the pumpkin. So if the pumpkin was laying on its side, at some point someone walks out in the field and carefully turns the pumpkin this way, so pretty much all the way around the pumpkin, it's nice, it's attractive, and it can be viewed from different angles. And then once you find that perfect pumpkin, you can paint your face on it, and you can paint it, and it'll last all the way through, almost through November. Isn't it interesting that even while many of us are far removed from our agricultural roots, we can still enjoy what farming and agriculture provides us today. And this can be with our fall decorating with pumpkins and gourds and Indian corn, which really this time of the year from Halloween through Thanksgiving is the #2 most popular part of the year that we have. And it could be simple as just going out and buying a couple pumpkins and painting them, involve your whole family, and use them in your displays, and it just brings us back a little bit to our roots. I'm Mark Viette. Join me next time in the garden.
For more garden tips, use the internet to click on the In the Garden website at www.inthegardenradio.com.